16, 2011, and I was in my room. I found myself straightening my hair, trying to pick out the best outfit that I could, and doing everything down to the littlest thing, to what color I should paint my nails that goes with my outfit. That night was supposed to be one of the most important nights, because not only was that night grad night, the night that everyone remembers, that was the night that I was supposed to spend with the guy that I liked, finally. I was nervous, but that night could only end up one of two ways. Either one, I would leave that night happy and with my boyfriend, or two, sadly, we would just want to be friends. As I got dressed, finally, as it was seeming like hours, it was time to go to school. It was 11 o'clock, and I got there. We saw each other, we said hi, hung out with friends, took pictures, had a great time. Finally, it was time to go into the bus. As we got into the park, it was midnight, and it was time for us to spend our night together. We were nervous, both like little kids, picking at our clothes, twisting our legs, and giggling. But after that, after a while, we got comfortable. We laughed, we played jokes, we went on rides, he screamed like a girl, I made fun of him, normal stuff. Finally, after 30 minutes of trying to convince him to go on my favorite ride, It's a Small World, I finally convinced him, and we walked over there. As we walked in front of the castle, he grabbed my hand, and I stopped. My heart raced. I got butterflies in my stomach. I slowly turned around, and I thought, oh my God, this is the moment that I have been waiting for. This is the moment that I dressed up, that I spent almost an hour getting ready and everything. I turned around, and I looked at him in the eyes. Finally, after what seemed like an hour of just standing there looking at each other in the eyes, he said, I really like you, but I just want to be friends. At that moment, oh, my heart dropped. I didn't even know what to say. I stood there sad, I felt like crying, and he started laughing. I was like, what the heck is up with this kid, laughing in front of my face as he turned me down? And I said, what is your problem? He started laughing even more. And finally he said, you know what? I've always wanted to do that to a girl. Wow. Really? You took this moment to do that to a girl? And finally after that, he said everything that I ever wanted to hear. And as he kept speaking, I couldn't help but smile. And then finally, like music to my ears, he said it. Will you be my girlfriend? I laughed. But my smile left my face, and I looked at him, and I said, no, I'm sorry, I can't. Confused, he was sad, and then finally he got it up and said, why? And I was like, you know why? I've always wanted to do that to a guy. He laughed, and he looked at me like, you got me good. We hugged. And as we leaned away, unexpectedly, he came up and he kissed me. At that moment, it was like someone in Disneyland, someone knew someone just got together. And as we separated, we looked up to the sky and a blue firework lit the sky. I thought, perfect moment. The rest of that night, we spent it together. We were laughing, spent it with friends, pigging out, talking, taking pictures, doing everything to make that night great. As I got home, 9:30 in the morning, I lay down in bed and I thought, I got my Disneyland happily